Hello again and welcome. In today's video I'm going to introduce you to two new products in the Simon Hope inventory. Simon is well known for his lathe selection as well as turning tools, hollowing tools and various jigs to suit almost every turner's need. He also has a very comprehensive range of abrasive products and accessories. So what I'm going to do today is to change the camera angle and show you up close and personal these two new items that Simon has recently added to his range. Right, the first new product is made in Italy and it's called Sate, and it's a roll of abrasive, cloth-backed abrasive paper. Comes in 6 grits ranging from 120 up to 600, and it's conveniently mounted on this spool with cardboard sides, and that allows it then to be you can either thread through some string or some wire and hang them above your lathe within easy reach. And being cloth backed, they're very simple to tear off to whatever length you require. Now what I've done, because I haven't got room above my lathe with the cameras etc., what I've done is made a very simple stand, and what that does is it's just plywood and plywood risers on the side and then a pole going through, and that means then that I have all my grits in one place. Now you can buy these individually or as a set, and if you buy the full set there is a financial benefit in doing that, and it's very handy for things like goblets, boxes, small to medium pieces where you can just take off the length that you require. And the next item is the Hope Click Arbor system, and this is used for power sanding, and you merely place the arbor into your drill chuck, and then by means of a hidden magnet, and as you can see there are two flats on the sanding arbor, and there's a corresponding shoulders inside the arbor there. You merely click them in and away to go. And if you want to change an arbor, you just pull that one out, put the next one in, and away to go. A very stable piece of kit, and it's made out of 9.5mm hex. This part of the arbor here is 9.5mm, whereas the old system was only 6.5mm, so this is much more sturdy. Now in the event of you requiring longer reach, there is a 7-inch extender bar which again fits into your chuck, and you slot your sanding arbor in and away to go. Now one thing to note is, I mean, this is extending 7 inches from the end of the drill chuck. If I turn it on, there's no slop, no movement there at all. It is absolutely rock solid, which is testament to the engineering of this piece of kit. Now the arbors themselves, the sanding arbors themselves, come in 4 sizes. There's 75mm, the newly introduced 60mm, which is a really good addition because it's that in between the 75 and the 50mm, and it's a really good size, and the 37mm. So that should cover all your sanding needs. Okay, as I was saying earlier on about boxes and goblets, I've torn a piece off here which is about 3 inches, which enables me to hold the back of it in my thumb there, and I can just use my index finger to do my sanding inside this box, and it's not going to fly out. It's easy to hold, which is always a good advantage. And by the same token, on the outside of the box you can hold the strip underneath, and it's not going to be flying out. You've got complete control. And again with a goblet the same thing applies really, where you've got some length to be able to hold on to so that it doesn't fly around, and you can sand the inside with complete control. And say conversely on the outside, as with the box, you can sand it, you can hold it either side, and it does the job admirably well. Now when you're doing the outside of a bowl, yes, you can use the inertia sander, but sometimes you might want to use power sanding. So I've got the shorter arbor there, and I've got a 75mm disc, and also I've got the soft pad, which is also available, which allows you a little bit more flexibility when you're going around the bowl. So again, about 500 revs on the machine, and very easily done. Now the nice thing about the system is you can take one out. Now I've got in here now the new 60mm, which is a really good intermediary size for doing, let's say, the inside of a mortise. It's not too big and it's not too small, so you can nicely sand the middle. The big problem with the middle of the centre of wood is very, very slow. So if you're using an inertia sander, you're not really going to get that rotation to move it around. So that's where power sanding comes into its own. Another situation where, in my view, power sanding is a great advantage is when you've got awkward shaped pieces like this natural edge bowl. Now, it's obviously quite safe to sand the middle, the solid wood. That's not a problem. And you can do that and get that to the desired finish. So once you start getting to the area where the wings are creating air wood, it obviously is not conducive for any sort of revolving sanding. And indeed, even if you're hand sanding, you start to get a situation where your fingers get into the line of fire. So with power sanding, you can actually do the work on the wings that you require, which is much quicker. Go through the grits. Now, if you've got a piece where the wings come up here, it's much deeper, that's where the extension comes in handy, because when you're coming to this part, if you're revolving on a normal bowl, that is now, you're going in too deep, the body of your drill is going to catch. So if you've got the extension arm in, you're staying well away. You're staying well away from the bowl that's coming round here, and you're not going to be catching the other side of the bowl as you're sanding. And then of course the final type of situation is when you've got a vase type piece like this and you want to get down as far as you possibly can. Then again, when you've got the extension bar on, you can do your sanding and your hands are well away, the fingers are nowhere near the edge, and you can sand to your heart's content in complete safety. And as I say, the thing is, it's the stability of this extra thick stock which makes it so convenient and effective. Also, Simon is stocking a full range of grits of the SAIT sanding discs, and full range of grits and a full range of sizes to fit the arbors you may have or indeed purchase. The difference between SAIT and Indasa is basically price. They are cheaper than the Indasa. They have a 90% of the durability of the Indasa, but the cost saving is far greater than that 10%. So you have a choice to go for the more expensive or the slightly more economical. So that's another addition to the range. For any further details, pop across to Simon's website, or indeed give him a ring, and he will be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers now.